Did you know that instead of throwing out your kitchen vegetable scraps, you can actually propagate them into new plants and grow your own vegetables? Well, here to teach us how is horticulture agent Clarissa Cherez. Clarissa, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I know when I cook, I always have a lot of scraps. Typically they end up in the garbage. I feel a little guilty, but there's another way.
Yeah, we can do some kitchen scrap propagation. So propagation is the process of creating new plants. And when it comes to some of our vegetables, you can actually save a portion of them, place them in a little bit of water, they'll sprout a root system, and then they can actually keep growing.
I've heard about people doing this, but I was too intimidated to ever figure out how to make it happen, so I'm excited. What are we going to start with today?
Today we have carrots, chives, and celery. Okay. So when it comes to our carrots, the important thing to note is that we're not going to grow a whole new carrot. What is going to resprout though is going to be the carrot greens. You can use the greens of the carrots into like carrot top pesto. There are multiple recipes where you can actually use the greens of the carrots. So what you'll do for carrots, I'm just going to place them all like this and then take my knife. I'm going to give myself a little under an inch. Hold those right there. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. And then from here, I am going to set them, this is a little bit more water than it actually needs, but that's okay. You're going to set them in just a little bit of water and they will resprout the carrot tops.
That is amazing. And I didn't know that there was a unique use for carrot tops. You mentioned pesto. What else would you use them for?
Pesto is the main one that I've seen it in, but I'm sure people can get creative, maybe even add it to a green smoothie. Anything is possible when it comes to since they're edible.
Okay, but if you wanted to grow actual carrots, you do need to start with seeds, it sounds like?
Yes, and seeds directly into the ground because they are a root vegetable. You can't start them in a seeding tray and then transplant them in. Carrot seeds need to go directly into the ground.
Directly into the ground. Okay, so next we've got some green onions.
Yes, we're gonna give ourselves about an inch here. I know I do enjoy the white part of it, but this we'll use for dinner or lunch or whatever meals you want. And then these little guys, since they already have their root systems, they can continue to sprout. And you're gonna be surprised at how quickly these will start to resprout. I usually will lower the rubber band so they kind of keeps them all together, but it's okay. You'll be surprised at how quickly, even tomorrow, they're going to sprout at least a centimeter. You'll see some of the green stalk start to regrow from it.
That is so neat. Now, are we going to get green onions from this?
You'll get more of the chives portion to it.
Okay, perfect. I know so many recipes call for chives and they're not inexpensive, so if you can grow your own.
Exactly, and the reality is for me, like I don't need all of this in one meal, so if I could just take, a centimeter here and there as I need it, that is perfect.
Okay, all right, and then we've got celery.
We have celery too. So same concept, you're gonna want the bottom portion to it because that is where the roots will form.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take a crunch just like that. You can eat your celery. And then you're going to use your bottom portion, put it face down into the roots, and then same thing, stalks of celery will resprout from this one.
That is so neat. And so at no point are we transferring these to soil?
You can.
Okay.
I would say for the chives and for the celery, you can go ahead and transplant those into the soil after a little bit of roots are growing. If you keep them in the water, you're going to want to change the water at least every other day at minimum. But they can stay in the water for a little bit of time, but it's a great way to be able to use those vegetable scraps of produce you're already eating and then reducing the amount of food waste going to the trash.
I love the idea. Now, what about lighting? Because I'm thinking if I have these, where in my house am I going to want to put them, keep them?
The goal would be a window sill that is going to have bright light, but the light does not need to be shining through the window sill, so we would call that direct light. But a bright window sill where they're going to get some light would be perfect.
Okay, and if we do decide to plant them, how would we go about that?
Once they have a little bit of roots there, you can just get a pot of soil and then kind of push them in, and then they'll be all set.
Okay, and those can go outside? And they could potentially go in a vegetable bed too? This is so neat, Clarissa. Are there other vegetables that we could use for this?
Yes, there are other vegetables. Even I've seen romaine lettuce being used for the celery method like that, I've tried that method. And then there are other options like pineapple and even peppers that we can experiment with next.
Okay, so that is a beautiful segue because I think we're going to come back with another segment and you are going to demonstrate how we would do that with pineapples and peppers. And I'm assuming maybe there's a little different approach to that.
They require a little bit more.
Okay, so propagation, what a great way to make the most of your produce. Clarissa, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, so you heard it. We are going to come back, and next time we're going to learn how we can propagate our pineapples and our green peppers. And this is such a great way to make the most of your produce and enjoy some free vegetables.